Yo, what's poppin' gamers? Welcome back to a brand new Bad Business, and today is the day everyone's been waiting for. The first update to the World War II Part 2 pass is here. It'll be releasing today, and if you guys are bored while waiting for the update, I will be doing a waiting live stream today, so if you guys are interested in joining the stream, I should be live the same time this video goes up, so, look for the live stream. Anyways, besides the point, let's go over everything that's going to be added in. For the first edition of the Part 2 Pass, we're going to be getting this week's update, which is today. And this is going to include the Lee Enfield, the CW38, and also the FG42, as well as a ton of other patch notes that we're going to go over after we show off all the weapons. I have two more things to mention. Firstly, the CW38 running animations are not complete, but they will be when the update releases. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up when I do show it off. And the last thing I want to say, the next Part 2 pass update, which will include the bar, another pistol, and the PPSH, I think. That one is going to be on the 7th of next week. So literally a week from now, we're going to get another update for the Part 2 pass, which is amazing. Anyways, let's get straight into showing off the Paris Lee animations. Here is the inspect animation. Honestly, looks pretty clean. The scoping animation, as well as the scope, which looks very, very clean. I'm so happy we finally have a scope with this type of reticle. These are my personally favorite sniper scopes. And then here's what the gun sounds like. And obviously, as you can see, we have a bolting animation, and here is the reload animation. There's that. This obviously doesn't load one bullet at a time. It loads a clip, or I mean, I guess you call it a clip, right? Let's get into these attachments. Now, you can put on one-time optics or any type of optic you want on this sniper. It's not limited to only the scope. That is pretty cool. I do want to see how the lasers are equipped. Let's actually unlock all real quick. I am curious to see where these lasers are being put. Okay, just right on the side. Figured. I didn't know if we had like an adapter for it. So that's what I was curious about. Next up for muzzles, it looks like we do have the bayonet here. So obviously that is just going to be a jabbing animation like the M1 Grand you can do. I wonder if we're going to get other bayonets on like the FG42 and other stuff. So we'll have to see when we get to that. But yeah, it doesn't seem like you're limited to any specific optics. You have most of them for the most part. Next up are barrels. We have quite a bit of options here. We have the heavy barrel, which decreases recoil and decreases mobility. That's what that's looking like. Just extends it. Marksman barrel, increase recenter speed as well as decrease ADS mobility. There's that. Short barrel, increase handling, increased ADS mobility, and decrease recenter speed. I wonder if that's what people are going to be using or not. The scope, the sniper actually already aims in fast, so you don't need to. And then we do have the Obrez barrel, which this is going to be fun to make videos on, but this increases hipfire accuracy, mobility, and handling, but it also decreases recoil speed and also increased recoil. And that's what that's looking like. And then I'm sure we can put a smaller stock on, I would assume. Yep, right there. That's going to be a great video to make. And then we have Viper Barrel. Decrease camera shake, decrease crouch less prone recoil, and also decrease ADS speed. And that is what that's looking like. It looks like the noob tube barrel, like it shoots cans, that type of thing. Next up is our ammo. We have a .45 ACP conversion, a extended magazine, removable magazine, and also 45 ACP extended. I'm curious to see what these look like. Okay. And then extended. Nothing special for grips, no bipod, nothing like that. For grip tape, nothing special here. I don't think it visually changes anything. Nope. Stocks. Now, this is what I've been interested in. We have wired stock. Pros increase ADS speed and also handling, but it decreases flinch resistance. So that's looking like, dude, these setups are going to be so goofy, man. We have short stock, increase ADS and recenter speed. We have short stock, increase ADS speed and recenter speed. The con is decrease recoil speed. That one looks interesting. The marksman stock, increase flinch resistance and decrease recoil. The cons decrease ADS speed and mobility. That one looks cool. I do like that one. And the one I've been looking forward to, the invader stock. Pros, increase hipfire accuracy and mobility. Cons, increase recoil and decrease recoil speed. And there's the tiny Obrez build right there. And lastly, the perks, which Mad Minute increase fire rate. Now this is what I'm interested in, because this could be crazy. And then we also have FMJ there, so if you guys want to increase your bullet penetration, you can. But we gotta check out this Mad Minute. Oh my god, this is gonna be crazy. Huh. And lastly, let's go over the camos for you guys. For those of you that want to see Damascus Gold, there it is. Doesn't look too terrible. And also Damascus Hue, obviously it's going to look the same, but obviously that just changes colors. And Blue Diamond, my personal favorite, Amethyst on everything. And I think the fan favorite is Black Obsidian. There's that. And then for skins, you could just go ahead and do stuff like this. And obviously when you get the skin zones, you can do a lot of different things, which hopefully should be coming soon. Oh, this goes hard. Alrighty, moving on to the CW38. We'll hop in and show this off in game as well. Here is the inspect. Not too bad. The irons. And then the running animation, I was told isn't complete, but it looks like it's going to be similar to the Magnum a little bit. So that's probably what I would expect, but I could be wrong. Here is the sound of the weapon. Here is a reload. Pretty clean. But yeah, this looks pretty solid. And we just got to see the attachments, because that's the deal breaker right there. Because obviously we already have a pistol that's kind of like this, which is the... I consider this like a Luger variant. Obviously, they're decently different, but that's what I see it as. But hopefully, we do have quite a bit of attachments here. The model looks great, by the way. For optics, we obviously have our one-time optics, as well as a 3.5 scope. So let's go ahead and equip that so you can see it. Interesting. This is the only thing that I personally like about World War II weapons, is the goofy things you can do with it. That's like the only thing, because it's so cursed. I do want to see how the lasers are equipped. All right, just put on the side. Sometimes I'm always interested to see if lasers get their own like little adapter to put them on. That's why I always look, by the way. Muzzles, you do have some limitations, but not too many. We could still put on, you know, makeshift silencer. For the barrels, we are not limited at all. We got 5 barrels. This might be the most customizable pistol. I'm not 100% on that, but could be close. First up, we have short barrel. The pros: increase hipfire accuracy, slightly increase mobility, and cons: increase weapon kick, reduce recentering speed. That's what that's looking like. Next up, carbine barrel, which is my personal, you know, what I'm looking for. Decrease horizontal and increase range. Cons: decrease mobility, handling, and also swap speed. And that's what that's looking like. This is what I've been excited for. So we'll definitely be checking this out on stream, by the way. Like fully getting into gameplay when it releases. So make sure you guys do tune in for that. Next up is the Viper barrel. If these things will stop popping up. Pros, we got integrated suppressor, increased recoil control, and increased damage at range. For cons, we got decreased mobility and handling. Oh, that looks goofy. Interesting. Okay. Next up, the extended barrel. Increased range and also recentering speed. And then cons, we have slightly decreased mobility and handling. And okay, it's just an extended barrel. Next up, one I'm also curious about is the heavy barrel. We have increased ADS speed, recentering speed, and then decreased recoil while crouching. For cons, we have increased camera shake and recoil kick. This one looks interesting. I'm very curious about this. Next up is triggers, which is interesting because not only, but some pistols get exceptions, but usually we only get trigger options on magnums, or hand cannons, I should say. But we have the heavy trigger, fast weapon kick, increased recentering speed. That is what that's looking like. Did it even change? Then we also have lightweight trigger, increased fire rate, increased hip fire accuracy for cons, and reduced recentering speed. Next up is the stocks. We have the pistol stock, increased hip fire accuracy, increased handling. Cons is increased recoil and slower recentering. There's that. This looks crazy. Next up, the carbine stock, decreased recoil and decreased weapon kick. Cons, slightly decreased ADS speed and decreased mobility. And there's that one. This one is the one that goes with this barrel here, by the way. That's why it's like perfectly color coordinated. But yeah, this one's going to be a lot of fun. And lastly, do we have any new perks? We do not. So that is the brand new CW38. For those of you that want to see camos, let me go ahead and show that off to you right now. Damascus Gold. This looks clean. I do like this a lot. Obviously, this is with attachments on. Sorry if you guys want to see it without. There is Damascus Q, Blue Diamond, Obsidian, and lastly, Amethyst. For those of you that want to see like a regular camo that you can buy from the shop, here's this. There's that one. And obviously, like I said with the last one, when the skin zones are added in, we're going to be able to customize these a lot more. Next up, my personal favorite, the one I've been looking forward to, the FG42. I'm so excited about this one. So I'll hop straight in and show off the animations, the sound of the weapon. Here is the inspect. I mean, it's an inspect. You know, the FG42 is, in my opinion, a very interesting weapon in terms of inspects. So it's not going to be great. Here are the irons, which look very clean. The sound of the weapon, in my personal opinion, probably my favorite sounding weapon, I think, in the entire game. The reload animation looks pretty good. I do like how aggressive the mag in is. Very clean. Let's go ahead and show off the camos first, so I don't have to like take off all the attachments. But here's Damascus Gold. Looks all right. Blue Diamond. Black Obsidian. Amethyst. Dude, Amethyst just looks so good on everything. Here is one of the regular skins. Engraved Gold. Here's a two-tone one. Alrighty, let's go through the attachments now. I'm super excited to see all the customization you could do with this. Start things off, we have optics. We should have, I think we have like, yeah, the FG42 scope, which I've heard that it looks very, very good in game. So we're going to check that out after we look through all of these. But we do get one new optic in this. I don't know if this will eventually be on other weapons in the game, but we do know it's on the FG42 for sure. And I'll show that off when we're done with this. For the muzzles, we don't get anything new here. Barrel, we have 4 options. We have extended barrel, increased range, cons, decreased mobility, and ADS speed. Let's go ahead and show that off. Next up is the short barrel, increased mobility, increased handling. The cons, decreased recoil control, and also range. Very nice. You can make this thing look like a Star Wars weapon, by the way. Next up is tactical barrel, increased hipfire accuracy, mobility, and also recoil control. Cons, we have decreased damage at range, and underbarrel slot restriction. There it is. This one looks clean. I love this handguard right here. And lastly, the marksman barrel, increased range, decreased horizontal, and then cons, decreased mobility and ADS speed. There is that with a twisted barrel. Alrighty, to start things off with the 30-round magazine. This increases bullet velocity and decreases horizontal recoil. Cons, decreased damage at range, and also fire rate. The 40-round extended magazine, we have increased magazine capacity, and cons, decreased reload speed, mobility, and ADS speed. That one's painful, but look how huge this mag gets. Okay, look, just watch the difference. Boom. That is crazy. That's another one I want to see in games. Whenever we spawn in to see the scope, I'm going to equip this magazine so we can see it. Then obviously we have the 30-round extended magazine, increased magazine capacity, cons, decreased reload speed and mobility. The 20-round, which increases reload speed, bullet velocity, and also decreases horizontal recoil. Cons, decreased damage at range, and also fire rate. And lastly, the 40-round 30-06. Pros, increased bullet velocity and then decreased horizontal recoil. Cons, decreased damage at range and also decreased fire rate. That's what that's looking like. Next up, we don't have any. We do have a bipod. There we go. I didn't know if they would put that in or not. Next up is the stocks. We have the combat stock, which these all look goofy, by the way. But this one increases recoil control and also increased ADS mobility. Cons, decreased handling and increased horizontal recoil. It's basically just like a metal version of the other one with a little bit more detail. We have the grip stock, decreased base recoil, decreased handling, and decreased recoil control. There's that. This is the one that looks crazy, by the way. You do a cool little build with that. Heavy stock, decreased recoil, cons, decreased ADS speed, and ADS mobility. There's that. And lastly, invader stock, decreased mobility, increased hipfire accuracy, and cons, increased vertical recoil. And there's that. This one also looks very cool. And no unique perks. Go ahead and spawn in and check out this magazine and scope. I am very curious. The scope is very nice. Honestly, might use it. Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, boom. Well, the end spec's ruined. You literally just look at the mag. Ah, very clean. That's funny. That is the 3 brand new weapons we're getting in this next update. We also do have patch notes to go over real quick. So let's go ahead and look over all of this. We already know about the new pistol, the new sniper, the new light machine gun. The bar is in the game, but unfinished attachment design. Balancing testing. This means that not every single thing on this list is a for sure thing, but it is stuff that they're testing right now. And if it is all good, they will be pushing it in today's update. So, universal attachments. Lightweight silencer decreases recoil by 5%, increases recoil and control by 7.5, and range reduction increased by 7.5. Dude, finally, we're getting a suppressor that has like actual good benefits, because lightweight suppressor is now possibly worth using, because that decreased 5% of recoil, that's pretty good. And then the recoil control 7.5, that's crazy. Basic silencer, decrease camera shake by 5%, that's a huge buff. Sharpshooter perk, increase crouch mobility by 5 and increase prone mobility by 10. 44 Magnum rocket ammo, limb damage increased to 45, was 30, that's huge. A94 base weapon, headshot damage increased to 45, was 42, another big buff. 30 round jungle mag, reload speed increased to 0.85, was 1.7, that is huge. 30 round jungle mag, reload speed increased to 0.85 for the regular reload, and then when you actually have to flip the mag, it's 1.7 seconds, and then it was 0.9 and 1.8, so that's a pretty big buff. The op extended stock, increased flinch resistance by 10, decreased recoil by 25%, decreased ADS speed by 10%, and decreased mobility by 2%. Tactical stock, increased recenter speed by 25%, decreased recoil by 20%, and increased ADS speed by 10%. Crossbow, base weapon, limb damage increased to 100, was 75. Okay, so thank God, because I might have to grind this for camos eventually, so more buffs, the better. Reload speed increased to 1.4, was 1.6. So these are actually very good buffs for the crossbow. Obviously, you're still not going to be one-tapping with the crossbow to the chest, but, I mean, that's still a lot of damage. The Deathstalker HP conversion magazine burst delay decreased by 15%. I don't remember which one's the Deathstalker. I think that's the Scorpion Evo, I think. FPDW, I think that's a P90. Bolt velocity increased by 30%. Yo. P90, it's an okay weapon in terms of, like, it doing a lot of damage, but it is a great weapon everywhere else, and that is a huge buff. I had to do another video on the P90 here soon. G3 556 conversion mobility benefit decreased to 1%. Previously was 4%. So that got a nerf. Icicle launcher, 2 icicles. Fire rate increased to 300 RPM, was 250, so that's a big buff. M1 Grand, bayonet attack speed now the same as default knife. The M4A1 SOCOM conversion mag, please. Let these be good additions. Limb damage increased to 70, was 45. Wow. That is huge. Fire rate increased to 330, was 300. Damage at range increased to 50%, was 70%. Ooh. Range decreased by 6.25. Thing is, I wish the SOCOM conversion mag wasn't full auto, because I feel like the M4 should have its own, marksman version, and we shouldn't switch to the semi, because since it's full auto, it gets nerfs and treated more like a full auto weapon than it does a marksman rifle. And that limb damage increase to 70 is huge, which is going to be completely broken CQC in full auto. But I just want the M4 to be have a competitive DMR build. I really do, because right now you either use the XK or use the SCAR for a DMR build, so I don't know. I do wish the M4 was a better competitor towards the XK in terms of that. We're almost done. We got the Model 1873 heavy barrel updated to match the Paris Lee's heavy barrel attachment. Okay, cool. The PP19 557N conversion mag. Bolt velocity increased by 30%, remove ADS mobility downsides, increase range by 20%, decrease hipfire actually by 20%. This is a huge buff. When this new update drops, I recommend trying out the 57N conversion on your PP19. The R36 base weapon, limb damage increased to 30, was 28. Mobility increased to 96, was 95. Damage at range decreased 70%, was 75. But R36 is sounding pretty good. The blackout conversion for it, the limb damage increased to 35, was 34. The R36 might also be worth checking out, which I think is the G36, by the way. The Roller 9 I think that's the MP5. 10 mil conversion, recoil control increased by 10%. The SBD 65, 6.25 conversion mag. Reload speed increased to 20%, was 10%. That's pretty big reload speed buff. SBR 9 extended stock, horizontal recoil decreased 1.5, was 2.0. Combat stock, crouch recoil reduction increased to 25%, was 20%. The SCAR SSR conversion mag, recoil fully recenters previously 80%. That is going to be huge, actually. I don't remember too much of using the SSR, but obviously I did use it. I'm going to have to retry that out. We'll probably do a video on that shortly. The SMG 45, which I think is the UMP, the 9 mil conversion mag, removed recoil decrease upsides, removed reload speed upsides, previously was 10%. Mobility increased by 3, ADS mobility increased by 7. Wolverine, the Honey Badger finally getting adjustments. Let's see, base weapon ADS mobility increased by 3.5. That's a big update. 5.56 conversion mag, modified range profiles to 25 to 40, was 18.75 and 31. So Honey Badger might have to have another video on it. Lightweight stock, ADS mobility increased by 3.5, mobility decreased by 3, was 4. So the Honey Badger got a pretty decent buff. That's not too bad. But that is all of the PTR stats that are currently being tested, and most of these just get adjusted slightly and then they get pushed into the game. So a lot of these you're going to see for sure. Obviously some things may be taken out. Obviously we're going to be getting the sniper, the CW38 and FG42 like normal, and like I said, a week from now we're getting the next version, or like the next half of the WW2 PASS, which is the Weebly bar and also the PPSH. Anyways, if you guys are going to be bored today and not doing anything, waiting for the next, or for the new update today, I will be doing a waiting room stream today. As you guys are watching this video, I should be live, so if you guys want to come hang out, there should be a link in the comments below. So come hang out. Anyways, I'm going to go. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. Peace out.